Welcome everyone to Fumble the Bag, the podcast where all we talk about is sports and everything related to that. I'm joined by Jonathan Garcia, Max Pollard, Chris Franz, Kyle Porte, and Kyle Kawamoto. What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hello,
what up?
hello,
What
hello,
up?
hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
What a week in sports it's been, huh? Especially for baseball. It's been a wild, wild week.
Got some
A wild week
sweeps.
for wild card games.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You want to
All
fill us in? Fill
sweeps.
us in, Chris. Let's hear it.
All sweeps. Very interesting. That's like the first time in I think ever. I mean, I saw a post that said it was the first time in a while that four teams got eliminated on the same day, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I did notice
Is
that.
that
That's
yeah.
yeah. That happened. The wild cards went by really fast. Like
Yeah,
usually
I
it's
mean,
like
I thought it would be
cliffhanger.
more competitive in a couple series, but
Yeah.
it had to
Honestly,
happen, I
dude,
guess.
I would think the Toronto Blue Jays would put up a more
Yeah.
stronger
Yeah.
I was
fight.
kind of disappointed. I was
That's
Yeah,
an
very
because
disappointed
interesting
in the Blue
one.
Jays.
I mean, considering the Twins had like a huge playoff win drought, like how long, it's been a million years since the last one won.
I mean, the Twins pitching that series was just unreal, though. Their pitching staff's probably slept on.
Yeah.
They
The
got
Blue
two
Jays they just could not hit the
uh,
Twins whatsoever.
Pablo and Sonny. They killed
Jordan
it.
Romano, I do not like him. He's
Yeah, and you
he's
know
got to
who?
go.
Johan Duran, I think you say his name, the closer
Mhm.
for the Twins. He's lights
Yeah,
out.
he's
Probably outshined Romano clearly.
yeah he definitely showed up that series.
Yeah.
It was a
Have you
great
seen his
series to
closer
watch.
entrance? It was pretty cool. You
my
seen his
my uh
Duran?
my father's a big Blue Jays fan, and he was watching it earlier today. And right after the game, he went into his room and did talk to me the rest of the day because he's pissed about the Blue Jays losing. So yeah, sorry Blue Jays. Maybe next year. The Twins have. When's the last time they went to the playoffs? Like was like
Oh, they
2000
they always they
or
were there recently.
what's
It's
what's
just
that stat though? It's like
no, it's just they haven't won a playoff game in like
yeah, they
18
haven't won a
years.
playoff game. But hey,
Something like
good
that.
for the
18
Twins.
games, I mean, sorry.
They got a
No,
They
they
got a
deserve
rough.
that.
They're gonna have a rough ALDS though.
Yeah, they got to play
It's
the
gonna be a
Astros
fight.
now.
It's gonna be a battle. The
Everyone's gonna
Astros.
say the Astros, but you never know with momentum how the Twins will respond. We'll
Exactly.
see.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're the Twins are probably like on top of the world right now. Probably.
yeah, it just feels great to see that crowd there too in
Yeah.
Minnesota. They have passionate fans out in Minnesota.
Yeah. Good for
The
Minnesota.
Unlike
Vikings too.
unlike Tampa Bay, dude, they have
Oh
like
yeah,
really
that's
low like.
Jeez.
go to
Yeah.
that
That
series now.
was a blowout.
Dude,
That was not expected at all.
I honestly thought they were gonna at least have one on the board, but they did
Yeah,
not.
that's what I thought too. I blame Wander Franco for that one.
Okay. See,
But
I guess it's the Wander Franco curse. I don't know. But 19,000 in the stadium out of like 40,000 max capacity, 42,000 ish. That's pretty embarrassing for an organization to like
how
not
do you
even fill out their crowd during the postseason.
how do you
That's
think
literally
how do
all
you
the
think Correa is
news.
gonna do versus the Astros?
That's gonna be fun to watch.
That's
I
gonna
think
be really
that's
fun.
definitely the matchup I'd watch in that series.
Yeah.
I mean, in the clinching game for the Twins today, they had that key pickoff when Vladdy was on second. That like I think that ended the inning too. That was a big momentum shift. And I saw a clip of Sonny Gray talking about it, and he's like,
Mm.
yeah, Carlos Correa was telling me like, oh, it's so loud in here. Like, you usually what happens is the third base coach will like signal to the second base, the guy on second, to like get back if the shortstop's gonna try and pick him off. But
Yeah.
like it's so loud in that stadium with all their fans
You
that
can't.
you
Shit.
can't hear
Yeah.
it. And Carlos Correa told Sonny Gray that, and they worked that out. And that's pretty. That just shows how Carlos Correa he has a lot of experience, despite getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
But
you gotta respect that. So
he's probably the best Astros player when he was on the team in their first World Series
well, yeah, in the
championship.
playoffs he was
I think
insane.
he
Like,
was
yeah,
pretty solid.
he's always been a consistent bat in the playoffs. So
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to watch that.
I'm
What
more
about the?
I'm more excited
Go
about
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm more excited about the Braves and the Phillies.
no, that's definitely
Oh yeah,
probably gonna be the most rowdy series and most
that's gonna be intense. That's gonna
intense.
be
Those two teams hate each other.
I think that's gonna go to a game 7.
It's only 5.
I can see that.
Oh,
just
it
because
is?
of how
Yeah, it's only 5 in the
Oh.
DS, but yeah, I could see it going to 5 though. Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
I want the Braves to win.
Really?
Yeah. They
I want the Phillies to win. I want
Yeah,
Philly
so
to
do
win.
I feel like the Dodgers could definitely take care of the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're such a strong team, and just like what getting into baseball this year, and just watching over some of their highlights this season has just been immaculate. Especially having like MVPs on the board.
Yeah, they
Oh,
literally
yeah.
dominated the whole season. Like the whole entire season, I'm pretty sure they were the best record in the league. So,
Yeah, Bryson Stott hit a freaking
oh yeah.
grand slam that locked up the game pretty much. So
I didn't expect the
Bryce
Marlins to make
Harper,
it that
Trey
far,
Turner,
but
they've got a good team on there in Philadelphia.
yeah.
So it's gonna be a good series.
Like
All these
literally everyone
series,
got hits that series basically for them.
yeah,
Everyone came through. So, they're
yeah,
scary. Their offense is just scary. I've said it before.
yeah. I like the bracket. I like how it's looking. So
Yeah,
and
it's
we can't forget
interesting.
the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, no, the Diamondbacks. I think that's
Jeez,
probably the
out
biggest
of
upset.
nowhere.
I think that's definitely the biggest upset. Like
Oh yeah,
everyone
for
had
sure.
Brewers as like the dark horse team to win the World
Oh yeah.
Series because
I
they're
watched
pitching.
the Brewers and Diamondback game today. I genuinely thought the Brewers were going to win that.
They were up too. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
up, I think.
it's insane.
I don't
So
think their bats came alive. Zach Gallen pitched well today, but
Zach
yeah,
Gallen's having an amazing year too.
yeah,
So
bro.
Yeah.
He's, unfortunately, Snell will probably take Cy Young on the
yeah.
Padres. Sorry.
Yeah.
$1 billion
No bias, no
and
bias.
no playoff
Freaking
appearance.
all that money for what, San Diego? All that money for what?
Oh no. That locker room, man,
Uh,
it just didn't work out.
they're just so toxic, man. I don't know. They just didn't get
There's just no
along. They don't get along.
chemistry.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
one of the
exactly.
examples of like you can't
Too
just
many
have
big
all the money in the
egos.
world and yeah,
Yeah,
too many
exactly.
egos on
Max.
that
A
team.
lot of big egos.
Hmm.
And it doesn't work on the field and translated. So I think the Dodgers should be able to take care of the Diamondbacks pretty
Yeah,
easily.
it's
But
historically a very good matchup for the
In theory, yeah.
Dodgers. They've owned them
yeah,
for a while now, but
you never know.
you never know with playoffs. That's what it's like being a Dodger fan. You kind of cruise through the regular season. We're always a good team in the regular season, and then get to the playoffs, and you never know what's gonna happen. Especially last year
Well, that's
facing
all.
the Padres, but
I'd say it's just baseball in general because look at
yeah,
the
no,
Rays. Look what happened to the Rays.
exactly.
Like, yeah,
That's what's
it's
great
just
about baseball.
yeah, you
They
just
had like the
it's
best
just
start to a season ever, and they got
yeah,
swept.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they just blow out the wild card. So
Yeah, the
it's gonna be a good
Rangers,
month of baseball.
they look good. The Rangers, they do. They did. They had both
Yeah.
their pitchers like pitch lights out too, Evaldi and Montgomery, and I think like throughout the season they were kind of like up and down, but recently they've been good. So everyone's kind of like obviously saying the Rays, not the Rays, the Rangers. Their offense was probably like the only thing that can really carry them.
The
Really,
Rangers, yeah, they have a really
yeah,
good hitting.
they have a
So
crazy offense.
Marcus
And
Simeon went off.
Adolis hit a home
Or
run. Evan
yeah,
Carter, man, he
yeah.
like showed up. The rookie, he's a
Mm-hmm.
rookie, and so
Corey
they
Seager,
their D,
Garcia.
you can't forget
Adolis, yeah.
Yeah,
Adolis is crazy, man.
I like
But
this. I like this
against
bracket.
the Orioles, we'll see, huh? We'll see. First game in Camden Yards and in the postseason in a while.
Isn't this
That
their
crowd's
first
gonna be
playoff
rowdy.
appearance?
No, it's not their first. It's like I think it's like first since Manny Machado was there. So like I think
Jeez.
what 2015 or 16, something
Holy
like that.
smokes.
So it's been a while for them. They've been in a rebuild for like the past half decade. So, but it's finally paying off, and their team looks obviously good and young. But the key word is young, so you never know. That'll be a good series too. Two pretty potent offenses going at each other, the Rangers and the Orioles.
Yeah.
Not much pitching, but you can pick out some pitchers, but not
I'm
like
just
the elite pitching staffs of other teams.
honestly, as long as the Astros don't get to the final, I'll be happy. I need
Everyone
them
I
to.
agree.
I need someone to
Astros.
take them out.
Yeah, no one wants the Astros in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect
But
that the Twins, that's a Cinderella story. So let's hope
yeah,
the Twins win. Everyone's probably going to be rooting for the
it'd be
Twins,
so poetic.
except everyone in Houston. But yeah, that's the playoffs.
Can't wait for the DS. When's the DS?
The DS is this Saturday. That's the first game.
Okay. Okay.
The first game for all the games, really.
Yeah, every game's gonna be played on Saturday. Game 1.
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's baseball. What about what's going on in the NFL world, Mr. Max?
Mr. Max.
A lot of stuff. I mean, we could talk about Monday Night Football, the absolute collapse of the not San Francisco Giants, the New York Giants,
Oh,
and
yeah,
how
saw
they've
that.
been playing horrendously the whole season. They were a playoff team last year too. They won a playoff game. They made it to the divisional round there. They're not looking
That's
good.
what. Yes, that's what's surprising. Because how is a playoff team like the Giants from last year this terrible into the season? I know it's still early, but it's just the Giants don't look great whatsoever.
Yeah. No, I gotta say, I gotta critique another team for not playing that well. The Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think they should get a pass for how poorly they've been playing either. Because people love Joe Burrow, but when are they gonna hold him accountable? I know like he's hurt and all, but he has so many weapons. There's no way like they can't make something work on offense, like at all.
Oh yeah, that's 27-3 against the Titans. Jeez, that's
Team
brutal.
made the last two AFC championships. This is not. No, this is how they should be playing.
Joe Burrow took his money and ran. That seems like, but
Basically,
we'll
just
see if he can
robbed
bounce
them.
back. That's
robbed them
crazy
blind.
though.
One team I want to mention, and I don't want to say let's get concerned, but what went wrong with the Chiefs and Jets? 'Cause
Well,
that game that
I'm
one was
gonna
interesting to me.
I'm gonna keep that. The Jets just have a really good defense. I think because
Yeah.
they were with the Bills week 1, and now with the Chiefs week 4. I think it's just the Jets really. It just shows you how good they would have been if Aaron Rodgers hadn't gotten hurt. What could have been.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities behind it.
Even though Zach Wilson played pretty well, I will say that
He played better than Mahomes by far.
Yeah, he had a higher passer rating. I think he had more yards and more touchdowns, less turnovers. I think he had a lost fumble, and that was it. Mahomes had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and they were terrible whatsoever. I seen both. I seen the whole game. First off, and Mahomes was the one to blame for almost losing that game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just shows how good that Jets defense is really good at pressuring quarterbacks and making messy throws. I mean, unless the team has, even though the Chiefs have a pretty good O line, I don't know. I guess the whole reason they were able to do that with the Cowboys O line is just that strong. It just shows you how good the Cowboys are. But think about good teams like the Bills that they were able to do week 1. They pressured Josh Allen to throwing 3 interceptions to the same dude, and now with the Chiefs, it's just. We'll see. We'll see. What they can do. If Zach Wilson continues to play how he played against last night, they could maybe make the playoffs to a wild card slot. Who knows?
Speaking of the Bills played great, amazing, shutting
Josh
down
Allen,
the Dolphins.
he was less than I think 80 times this has ever happened. A perfect passer rating game. He had a perfect passer rating of 158.3, 5 total touchdowns, 320 yards. And defensively they just played really well too. They had Tua threw a pick. There was a couple of fumbles. I think one was recovered at least. It was. I thought it was after the first half. I thought it was going to be like a shootout, but then it just the defense came out in the second half for the Bills and just dominated.
Yeah, it was a great overall opening game. It was high scoring and everything. And then from there, the Dolphins just collapsed. There was nothing going for them.
Not to say the Dolphins are bad. I don't even think it was they were exposed. Just they played
No,
a really, really
not
good
at all. They're still
Dolphins
great.
are still offensively at least are still very elite for sure.
Then another great game was the Commanders and Eagles. That one went to overtime.
That one was crazy, dude. I thought the Commanders had that for sure, but I kind of also want to talk about the Eagles. What's up with them? I don't know if they're obviously I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I feel like they're 4-0, but statistically they really shouldn't be 4-0. They almost lost to the Patriots, almost lost to the Vikings, almost lost to the Commanders. They're defensively, I think. Was it Jonathan Gannon was their defensive coordinator? I think that hiring was kind of a loss from them. They don't have his replacement isn't doing as well for sure. Offensively,
No, yeah.
They seem to be doing well. They're not this. They're not as. I mean, they had a pretty good passing attack, I guess, but running wise, they're I think doing better than they were last year with like DeAndre Swift having like a game with almost 180 yards. He's just consistently taking a bunch of snaps. He's like top 5 in rushing yards, and he barely played week 1. I think he had like 1 total snap week 1. So
Yeah, I'm not at
yeah,
all worried about Philly's offense. The defense, that's where my concern is at. Something needs to be fixed like soon.
especially I mean. I don't know. When they play the Cowboys, I could see the Cowboys winning, sweeping them potentially, or at least splitting. Because I don't know if they could even sweep someone like the Cowboys. And depending on how long their win streak is, if they somehow win every game up until they play Washington next, I can kind of guarantee they're going to win. That's what they're known for, though, for breaking undefeated records. So
Yeah, I don't know. The Eagles do have. I don't know. I don't want to say the Rams aren't the greatest, but they aren't doing terrible. They're fun to watch. They still have electricity both sides of the
yeah,
ball, and
Cooper
it's
Cup
in
couldn't come back.
LA, and
Cup, yeah.
Cooper's
Next week, so
possibly coming back. Yeah.
I don't know. Just I mean, I think we're at a point this season, quarter of the week, that we're kind of seeing like these teams form, like who's really who. Barring any injuries, we're kind of getting a picture of who's going to make the postseason. Kind of like, let's be real, the Giants are probably not making the postseason. This is such a bad start. And obviously, like the Broncos and Bears, they're kind of just done. But you know, and I guess the Patriots are kind of done too. Look at the 38-3. That was the biggest loss Bill Belichick ever faced in his career. Was this last Sunday against the Cowboys.
Jeez.
But I want to get your guys' opinion about the Broncos. Wasn't it like more hyped that they got a new coach after their terrible season last year? Did you think that they were gonna do way more better this season?
I think so because Drew Brees, even in his last, and that's not Drew Brees, Sean Payton, his last season as the head coach of the Saints, even had like a winning record. It was barely winning, but with basically James Winston, who actually was playing pretty well in that system after he went down. I think it was mostly, and I think Andy Dalton was on the team at this point. I'm trying to remember if he was or he wasn't, but regardless, like whoever finished the rest of the season, like they went 9-8, they almost made the playoffs, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Broncos. At least I think defensively they're kind of in trouble because Vic Fangio, as bad as a coach he was, he had a pretty good defense with these guys. And Pat Surtain, he was playing a lot better. It's hard to say what's actually really going on.
I could like follow up with that too. It's like you have Sean Payton who's been dominant with the Saints. They have the chip with Breeze and all these like record breaking things with Breeze. And you come to Denver and you have Russell Wilson, that's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And you have weapons like Cortland Sutton and you have Jerry Jeudy there. And I was hoping to see more from Javonte Williams just after his injury from last year that just took him out the whole season. And that was devastating. But
As a Javonte Williams fantasy owner, I totally agree.
yeah, I had him last year and it hurt. It's rough, but to really just take the deep dive into finding what's happening with the Broncos. Like why shouldn't they be 0-4 right now? They snuck out the win from the Bears, but I mean that's after 24 points
Yeah.
given up in the fourth quarter?
28. 20. Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was 24. My bad.
Yeah, it was 28 to 7 in the third, and then you come out and it's 31-28. Like
Yeah.
that's what's terrible on the Bears side, but
I mean, yeah. But I will say, at the very least, Justin Fields had a really good game. I'll give him his credit. And granted, the Broncos haven't been best defensively, but still, that's get kudos to him for like actually stepping up and doing what he needs to do. I think as good as DJ Moore is, and he had a pretty good game, I think they still need to rely heavily on Cole Kmet in order to actually push it up the field because he's pretty underrated as a tight end. I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't really get a lot of credit for kind of doing okay in a situation where the rest of the team is pretty bad.
Max, what do you think about all this, like Travis or one of the Kelsey brothers and Taylor Swift? What do you think about that?
It's a little much. I
don't
think it's
get why
fine.
people are hyping it up so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of Taylor Swift fans are now flocking to the NFL.
I know
Yeah, it
it's
brings
like
numbers
annoying.
in.
It is a
Yeah,
little
I
annoying
guess.
because, like, especially if you're trying to watch the game, like, no offense to Taylor Swift, I'm not gonna hate on her or whatnot, but like, come on, I want to watch. Like, they're
Taylor
pointing to her
Swift,
after
please don't
every
sue
like
us.
play. They're pointing to her after every play. Like she's the offensive coordinator or something like that. Like she's calling plays. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like
It's like
keep like it's his love life, it's his business. Just keep it. You can mention it and like a couple times and show her a couple times, especially if she had the game, but not like after every time. I want to
I know.
focus more on the game that's unfolding.
Views.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
yeah, but
Views,
it's just
clicks and clicks.
propaganda. It's all for money.
I agree. It's. I was telling somebody the other day, and this is the way I see it. Because, like I said, don't get me wrong. Taylor Swift's great. All these Grammys, all these rewards and stuff. Awesome. No hate towards her. It's just the way I see it is. I feel like anytime there's a celebrity within the NFL being like performing or just watching the game, I feel like it's what happens with our Super Bowls. It's just a money like
Just a
magnet
money
where
grab. Yeah.
celebrities just
Yeah,
go to the
I
Super
mean,
Bowl. They don't necessarily care about they might, some celebrities are diehard fans and stuff.
but
Yeah.
they're kind of just
But
there just to be like, just to say like, hey, I went to the Super Bowl. Like, I know you
yeah,
don't care about
yeah.
how the Eagles and Chiefs are going to perform. I know you haven't been following them all season or like get close
Yeah.
eye. Like,
Like a $20,000 seat is honestly pocket change to them, but for diehard fans like us, we literally struggle to find even one seat at a Super Bowl for our favorite team who we've been cheering on for years, even decades.
imagine like how many like I know there's like a whole joke that Rams don't really have like a big fan base in LA, but I bet there would have been plenty of Rams fans that would love to go to the Super Bowl considering it was at SoFi.
Yeah,
It's
Oh
literally.
yeah,
LA, more
No,
celebrities
yeah.
there, so the price was just all jacked up.
Price is even that price is just for like to go to any sporting event, dude. It's like
Oh
ridiculous,
my
especially in
gosh,
California. It's like ridiculous,
dude! I
like
went to opening
ridiculously
day
expensive.
2022. It was $250 for a ticket.
Dude,
That's not even including
jeez.
parking.
wow.
The parking is outrageous at SoFi. Like
Oh my
you park
gosh! You have
maybe
to.
like a quarter away, and it's still a minimum of $100. And if you want
That's
like
pretty much what I did. Yeah, that's me and my
yeah,
buddy did. We
like a
split the park.
sectioned colored like pink, blue, green, whatever it is, it's gonna be a minimum of 120 and higher
And
just for
I mean,
parking. It's insane.
Wild. Yeah.
to make it even worse, especially at SoFi, not in a particularly like great location, Inglewood. It's not like the best location.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
It's
it's not
not.
the same. To have to park a little far, it's a little, especially if you're going to like a primetime game where it ends, around 8:30. It's dark, so it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, a little risky.
Yeah. Even like crypto arena. Like if you want to park like out front, it's $50 just to park your car.
I don't even know where to
Yeah,
park at Crypto Arena.
Or Staples Center. Sorry.
yeah. I
I
mean,
will forever in my
either one's
head call
fine.
it Staples Center.
Yeah.
Same. Anyone that loves the Kings or loves the Lakers, we're always just gonna call it that.
Chris.
I guess Clippers too, but let's be real, man. The Clippers
Yeah.
don't belong there. They don't belong there. They're
It's always been the
kind of
Lakers.
yeah. The Clippers are just
I want
borrowing
to call it
until they're
Staples, dude. I want to call it
Dude, I
That,
Staples.
yeah. I don't know
Always
why
will
they
be
ever did that.
Staples.
Not crypto.
Why did they do that? Did Staples just
All
their
about the
contract
money.
run out?
Money,
Probably,
money, money.
and the contract or something. Yeah, probably.
I have a feeling it was probably a contract or something was up with the building, and Staples
contract
could not.
right out. Yeah, if I
Yeah,
remember.
It was contract, yeah.
That's crazy. Even dude, like I don't want to keep complaining, but like even food at sport events is insane.
Oh my
And
gosh,
drinks,
it's like
Food at
$14
SoFi is
for like a
insane.
beer. Dude, I remember
it's
the line
ridiculous.
was so long when I went to the Bills Rams game, dude. Like, and it was so long that we basically missed all the halftime show. We didn't even get our food. Me and my friend. It was like, okay, we'll just go back upstairs, enjoy the rest of the game. We'll get something to eat after or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's just like, and you're like forced to, because like you can't bring your own food. It's just like it's a trap. But I don't know. I mean, the food's good, but like, geez,
It is good, yeah.
You're
I
the
was feeling
host.
Bringing
I was feeling
basketball now.
You gotta talk
basketball.
about. You gotta talk about basketball.
Yeah, talk about
Oh,
the
Here we go.
Damian
The
Lillard,
trade.
alrighty.
man.
We didn't talk about.
Lillard
talk about the
to
trade.
the
Let's talk about that trade
Milwaukee
deal, boys. Let's talk
Bucks.
about what's going on with that NBA little off-season action here.
So after requesting a trade, Damian Lillard finally got his requests. He goes to the Bucks, playing alongside with the old freak, Giannis. Oh, and Portland trades Drew Holiday and DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton was kind of a shocker for me, Suns fan,
Mm,
but he's hated the Suns for a while,
he didn't really wanted to play
but
there. Didn't seem
and he
like
was
it.
also pretty inconsistent, and him hating the team didn't really help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I with Chris when he was with Chris Paul, before Chris Paul, he wasn't doing as well. Chris Paul really helped him a lot, like develop as a better player. I don't know. And then the Suns received Yusuf Nurkic, who's kind of a great pickup.
Nurkic. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's
I
pretty
think
good.
so.
I mean, he's probably more reliable than Aiton in a way.
Yeah. You also
So
get a Grayson Allen, who's a injury player who injures a lot of players.
yeah, he's dirty. Oh boy. Well, at least he got some depth now, a little bit more on the Suns.
Yeah.
That's what they needed
Kinda
after
helps.
that trade with
Beal.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
This season is gonna be crazy.
The West is like looking just like crazy still,
Scary.
you know, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, the what's it called? Memphis still looks pretty good, and obviously the Lakers look really good, and the Nuggets again look really good.
mhm.
Wasn't Milwaukee supposed to do good?
Well,
last
yeah,
year?
they just the Heat.
Giannis getting
Jimmy
hurt
Butler.
as well.
Yeah.
Giannis getting hurt, yeah, and he like tried to play through it, didn't he?
He tried to.
I don't
Then
think so.
he tried to do. I think he tried for a little bit, and then they took him out into the game.
He really hyperextended his knee pretty bad. I remember seeing that.
There's one
Yes.
team I'm really interested in seeing. It's the Memphis, because D Rose is on there now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he'll
He
be.
did say like,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so he did say something about not wanting to hold Jaw's hand and not wanting to like
I
be
saw that.
babysitter. So
Yeah.
like, but I mean, he could still instill a bit of wisdom because he's the biggest like what if story ever. So
Yeah,
and as
well-
a point guard, and plus I mean
John
he
needs it.
doesn't have like too many off the field issues like John Morant has. So if he can like
Mhm.
I don't know just be there for a guy for him to be like, hey, calm down when he starts acting up. That'll be a good locker room presence at the very least.
That could change Shaw, hopefully. I mean, for the better. He needs some guidance. Seems like.
I still think he should have had a bigger suspension. Like I think 20 games isn't really gonna.
Yeah,
if
I
he had,
know.
like,
Like,
a bigger one, he
it's
might
just-
actually learn.
yeah, because I mean, he didn't learn from the first one, so
It's
Yeah,
kind
especially that it was reoccurring. That's just what's like sort of heartbreaking, because you have so many kids looking up to you and your image and everything you say, and that you won't do it again, and the exact same thing happens. It's like that
that's really
you
bad.
you don't have word at that point.
Mm.
I mean, he could pull the Charles Barkley quote, "I'm not a role model," type of thing out of,
Oh god.
Yeah, but it's just like the way he just acts towards other play, like how he acts off the field or off the court. Is just it's something. It's going to like, I guess, bleed over to the NBA and how he acts off the court. He could act on and just like
Exactly.
acting all call, and that's just not going to be good for him or his team. He's going to bring his team down for that alone. It's
Yeah, arguably he's like one of the face like he's so good. He's probably one of the faces in the NBA even. Like his just freak athleticism, and when you associate yourself with like guns like that and all that gang stuff that he was showing, it puts an image on the NBA that they don't want to have, obviously.
a
parade inside my city.
A parade in my city. But
Media day. Jimmy Butler.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he's all
Jimmy's
emo
such
now.
a
That was
troll.
Oh yeah.
Last year was
best
Tonight will
billionaire.
be the night that I fall for you.
Okay, fine.
last year was dreads. This year was
He's emo.
emos. What do you
This
think?
is
What do you think's gonna be next year?
oh.
He's gonna have like a
Probably gonna-
mullet
He's
next
gonna
year.
be an
Yeah,
Watch.
avatar.
yeah,
He's
he's
an
gonna have
avatar.
a
mullet or like a mohawk. I don't know.
He's gonna have like a
Yeah,
mullet,
mullet.
dude. He's gonna be like a country
The
boy.
bulge.
Great hair.
He already,
good
kind
old
of, he already
pickle.
loves country music.
already-
I can
yeah,
see
He
it
loves
happening.
country music too.
Yeah. That's funny.
Take
I
me
remember
home,
seeing all the
country roads.
highlights. all
Dude,
the
and-
highlights of the Heat and seeing
And the
his
best part
old
is that
pictures.
he's genuinely a good player. Like as funny and as goofy as he is, he's still so good. Like
Yeah, that's why he doesn't get much hate for it. Well, yeah. He doesn't get too much hate for it. It's just he's trolling.
Speaking of hatred,
It's definitely
what
true.
about the Rockets now? Since they kind of saved, shoot, what's his face? He was on Memphis, and then they kicked him off.
Dylan
Oh,
Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, Brooks is back. Yeah.
On Canada, man, in the FIBA World Cup, he's doing pretty well, I think. Like that team was pretty solid.
Yeah,
Did they
they dropped
lose?
40 on us for third place. We didn't even get a bronze medal.
Oh wow, so we lost. Yeah, we lost to Canada. I forgot. I kind of like tried to forget that low key because that team was just disappointing as hell.
Though if it did bring anything, it brought the fact that all these like older veteran and even some younger guys are going to be joining the Olympics.
Yeah, it was
like,
all
these
part of the
big name
plan.
guys for next year, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah. It was all in the script.
Yeah,
Have a
exactly.
disappointing team, so the veterans will get all riled up, and now they want to play in the 2024 Olympics.
They do that every time. Like our international team just disappoints. They just like, all right, let's get our actual best dudes, and we
there's
just
gotta-
dominate every
dude.
time.
There's got to be a documentary on that team.
Pulling out the secret storage weapons.
What's Austin Reeve doing in the Philippines? Why does he have such a big following in the Philippines?
I mean, just because Lakers are so popular there.
I like see people
Everyone
like
loves the Lakers
dressing
in
up
the
as
Philippines.
Lakers and the Philippines.
Yeah,
Really?
I think the Lakers are the most followed American sports team. I think they are.
really
probably.
They
I
might
mean,
be.
makes sense.
and it serves worldwide. Like probably Philippines makes up a good portion.
Yeah, it's
They
the
have
number
a
one
lot
sport
of
there.
fans.
So.
They really love Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry.
They love basketball. They just love basketball, don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly. I guess it's just the West Coast teams, like the two big
Like
ones,
Japan
the
with
Warriors
baseball,
and the
kinda.
Lakers
Mhm.
come to mind. Yeah.
Well, they have a 3x3 tournament that they would normally have almost every single month. Because there was a guy out here in Santa Clarita who he used to play for the 3x3 team. But I'm kind of curious how San Antonio is going to do because they have Wembayana. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of curious on how their presence is
I
going to
mean-
be on the court.
I think first year he's here. I think it's either going to be he succeeds really well or he struggles a little bit, and like you got to give it time. So I mean, we'll see. And plus, I mean, you got to remember he's just one guy. So if they start struggling, it's like
He could
I don't know. Who
he
knows?
could also face some injuries.
Mhm.
His
That's
Yeah,
the first thing that
weight,
comes to my
his
mind.
size.
And
Yeah.
how he's pretty skinny too. Like I don't know. Like it's unlike someone like
It's
Shaq.
giving
which, like,
it's giving Chet Holmgren vibes
Yeah,
from when he
A
missed
little
time.
bit.
except he's better than
But
Chet Holmgren.
Chet
He's coming back,
Holmgren's gonna
too.
come out crazy. I feel.
He's coming back, right? This season?
He's looking really good right now.
That's exciting. OKC is just
Thunder-
always an exciting team now, at least the last two years or something.
Get a young core. If they stick
Yeah.
together, I feel like in
Shy,
a few years
man.
they'll be a real contender in the
SGA
West.
is probably like all-star, probably gonna become a consistent all-star level player. Could become a superstar. You never know. He's been doing really well though, especially on Canada. He was really well.
Would you guys
Catch
have thought that he
Giddey.
would have been?
Oof.
He would have been like an All-Pro? He was All NBA. this
Yeah, he
last
was
year, so-
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Who?
So,
I would
there
have
you go.
never thought
He's
that.
already there. Yeah. Shy Gilgeous Alexander. That's his name. It's hard to say his name. But
Yeah.
you can call him SGA. Everyone calls him SGA or Shy, you know. But
Who's the best current basketball player right now, in your guys' opinion? Like who's the
Jokic.
best right now?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Easily. You see that he
Yeah.
basically just treats this job like it's a 9 to 5. I swear he
In
just
terms of
Really?
stats, yeah, like
Literally.
statistics, Jokic, like it's fills the board literally. He does everything.
I mean, he was pulling triple doubles left and right during the freaking playoffs, dude.
It's
dude
like
he's a guy that loves like horses and he loves being in Serbia, but he just
this
so
is like his
happens to be
pastime.
elite at basketball.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
this
just
is
so
his
happens.
pastime.
And it's not like
Crazy.
he really trains. Apparently, he only picked up a basketball a few times during the
I
offseason. This
know.
guy just knows how to play ball so well. It's insane.
I mean, his shooting formation is just absolutely like unique.
It's disgusting. It looks so
It's
gross. Like
it's gross,
No,
but you know,
no one said LeBron. No one said LeBron.
well,
He's
he's his
He's
time,
getting
dude.
old.
He's getting older, dude.
he's still
like he's
good,
still
but
really
he's not the
good,
best in the
but
league
like
anymore.
yeah, for sure. I would say. Did you say he's top 10 or
I
just
think
outside the top
I
10?
think he's still his top,
Top
10.
10, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put.
Yeah, but
Not
He's
in
like
the
the 8 or 9 spot or whatever.
well for stats wise. I would say he's in the top 5 at least, but I would not put him in the top 10 if you're
Yeah,
saying
just
for who's
he
playing
wasn't
right now.
healthy all last season either. So like he had a good missed significant time just due to a foot injury, which actually did affect his playoff performance a little bit. Not as much because the team around him actually would step up. He did play really well in certain games, like in the last game against the Nuggets, he had like 30 points or 40
mhm.
points in the first half. That was nuts.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's one more team am curious about is I wonder if they're gonna be turning their game around or game plan around. Is the Dallas Mavericks? Luka with
Dallas,
Luka Magic.
Luka Magic. Yeah, I mean, well, they still have Kyrie there. Who did they lost? We got Christian Wood, so they don't have him anymore. Um, I don't know. I mean, you can never doubt. I mean, Luka is just elite, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to bet against him.
Offensively,
Like
they're
he
fine,
can
but
literally
defensively,
carry. Yeah, defensively is the
they're
issue.
concerned.
Luka can't play D. Like they lost Christian Wood, a big.
Who
Um,
was one of their scorers too,
yeah, also that.
but he was pretty inconsistent.
hmm Did I forgot. So Porzingis was on the he's on the
He's
Celtics now.
the
Did he
Celtics.
get
The
traded from them?
Celtics are gonna be crazy
Oh, the
too.
Yeah,
Celtics.
dude, because now they got Drew Holiday too, right?
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
gonna be
but
crazy.
we can't say anything because Kristaps is also a injury prone.
Injury prone, yep. That's true.
So
But who's winning the East then?
It's
oh,
tough, dude. I don't think Philly's gonna win it.
I have
Mm,
Bucks probably.
the Bucks. Yeah,
Bucks.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
definitely an
pretty
easy
safe pick.
Pretty safe pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
But
right off the bat, I would probably say the Bucks. If not, due to their chemistry, I probably would say there's two and I have in mind. There's Philly, and then there is Miami.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure about
Miami.
Philly.
Yeah, and Philly, James Harden's kind of like what is going on, It's
Hmm.
always a kind of a lot of like a drama going on, I guess, wherever James Harden goes, it seems like. He's just like, I don't
He's
know,
kind of a
James Harden
diva,
just
dude.
he's a diva and he just like I remember in Houston he'd just be out in the fucking or,
And
excuse
he
my
isn't
language,
as
but
good as
the
he
bars
is
or
was
whatever.
before too.
He'd just be
So
out partying. I don't know.
Yeah, his
It's kind
value's
of
going down, but he doesn't seem to realize that.
yeah, I don't know. But I mean Embiid
Hmm.
coming off an MVP, so you never know. They could still be good, but
Embiid has a lot to say
uh,
for his team too.
yeah, and then it always comes to the postseason, they don't do much. But Miami, they always like, in terms of Miami, they always seem to like finish pretty far down in the standings in the regular season. But I mean, you can never doubt them in the postseason at all. That's what I have to say about them, I guess,
I mean,
because
with
of Jimmy.
because of Jimmy. Well, you got a great coach, Eric Spoelstra. Then
Yeah.
you have Pat Riley, who's up in the upper management. You got two great coaches that have seen the NBA championship, so they know
Mhm.
Yeah.
what it takes and how to get there.
Sure. I still think even without the Dame trade, I think they'll be fine because they probably. I don't know. People say they would have. They wouldn't have had to give up like a huge big thing for Dame, but I think since it was the Heat and he wanted to play there so bad, they would have. If he would have gone there, it would have definitely been something bigger than what Milwaukee were to offer. That's just what I think.
Mm.
All right.
What else?
Hello?
We also got Chris Paul in the Warriors now.
Chris
Mhm.
Paul and the Warriors.
That one's
How
gonna
do
be very
oh
interesting,
man,
especially the locker
Yeah,
room talk.
it's probably
Oh
gonna
my gosh,
be
yeah.
do you think
it's
we
gonna
have a
be
new
hard.
rivalry too? Sac versus Golden State. I think that's a rivalry.
Possibly.
Yeah, I
Depending
mean,
on when they play each other,
that
we'll
was
have
a
to see.
fun
No.
series to watch, though. That was so
It,
fun.
it was, dude. Yeah, because they
That
went
was
up 2-0.
literal chess match between
Yeah.
two coaches, Steve Kerr and Mike Brown. Literally, Mike Brown kind of like using Steve Kerr's formula with the
Yeah.
with the Kings, and the Kings had the pieces too. Like they had what's his name? What's the ginger? Oh my God, I'm blanking. Kevin Huerter. Um, they had Sabonis. He wasn't that good though, but I mean, it was just fun to watch those two high-powered offenses go at it. So it'd be cool
Funny to
to.
watch
I
his
wonder how
altercation
they're
with
gonna do
Draymond.
this year. Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Draymond's always causing stuff, but that's
He's a
his job.
troublemaker.
That's just Draymond. Yeah.
Draymond
That's
being
That's
Draymond.
always how he's been.
mm-hmm. I wonder like what's gonna happen. I guess with Chris Paul and the Warriors, like, is he gonna come off the bench or is he gonna start? Is he gonna start?
Apparently,
Right?
he's going to start,
Mm-hmm.
supposedly.
That's weird. CP3 and
That's gonna
Steph.
be
That's
that
interesting.
one's gonna be interesting.
I don't know how they're gonna play defense, but other than
That's
Draymond,
it's small ball. That's the
it's
issue
very
with Warriors.
small.
It's small ball.
But
It
Yeah.
always has been like that.
but
Yeah.
with the Warriors, they really don't need a big man.
Yeah, I mean,
They play
Draymond just
really
is
they
at the helm.
play yeah, they play really well just straight small ball.
Hmm.
Do you think it's gonna be more passing wise? Because Chris Paul with assist, and then you got Steph Curry that just basically runs around the court, but then also has assists, but then also can shoot from beyond the
It
arc.
takes a lot of pressure off of Curry, definitely.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to dribble the ball anymore.
Hmm.
So and it'll give him more rest time, I guess.
Yeah, I can kind of like hand over the keys to CP3 for good majority of the game. If Curry's getting kind of winded from running around all the time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he can get winded though. He's like the fact that he can just continue to perform and shoot the lights out while like
Yeah.
running around the basketball court is just one of the most
Didn't he
impressive
have like
things.
50 points against the Kings last season? Against
I
the playoffs?
I think so.
Yeah, he had like
There's
one
probably some
crazy
big
50-point game.
performances. Yeah. It's just his conditioning is like one of the like most underrated parts of his game, I think.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he can get off ball too and get a shot up, like it's just
Some people can't even keep up with him. They get
yeah,
tired.
exactly. That's why it's like one of the hardest matchups for people is Steph because you got to deal with running around trying to chase him. So
Wasn't there someone like on the Lakers? He was locking up Steph. I think it was was it Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt was like locking him up
yeah,
like in
I
some
mean
games. Yeah.
Jay Vando, he was a solid pickup, man. Glad we have him back for sure. But yeah, he's very versatile. I think he can move pretty well, so that's why he was able to guard Steph pretty well, I'd say.
Aren't the Clippers getting a new
Stadium.
stadium?
Yeah.
Stadium,
Yeah,
yeah,
near
it's
SoFi
currently being
Inglewood.
built.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like 5 minutes away from SoFi, walking at least.
That's gonna be cool.
Good for them. I mean, they should really try to get out of the shadow of the Lakers. Really.
I felt like they should have. I know it was a long
A
time
while
since it
ago.
happened, but
Yeah.
they should have stayed in San Diego. I don't think they should have moved. It's
Yeah.
same thing with the Chargers for football. They shouldn't have left San
Exactly.
Diego. They should have just stayed there because we already have like an LA team. It's stupid to have
Mhm.
two, like because one's definitely going to be more preferred than the other, especially because one is way more successful than the other. With the Rams on football and the Lakers and basketball. And even I guess with baseball, Dodgers are way better than the Angels are.
The Angels.
They're like the little brother team.
Poor
I
Angels,
swear.
man. Poor Angels. So bad.
All that talent and nothing to show
Yeah,
for it.
oh yeah, Shohei. He's just back in Japan. He flew back home. He's just like I
It's
think
recovering.
yeah. It's
So-
just
Yeah,
If you're
He's like-
recovering, if you're recovering for, it's gonna be like a year, right? Or two.
Mhm.
Well, at least his arm.
Yeah,
he's only
it's-
gonna be
ACL.
batting. He's only gonna be batting for like
Yeah.
just the 2024 season, right?
I mean, why?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to recover. You go home and spend time with your family. You know.
I think Shohei's pretty done with the Angels. It looks like I can just I don't know. I
Well,
just kind
he
of get that
cleared his
I don't
feeling.
locker
blame him.
before he left, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
So-
not
I
a
mean,
good sign at all.
if he wants to win actual World Series, he can't stay with them.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see Mike Trout crying on that one interview? Because he just was like so like he was just so emotional. I don't know
Yeah, because
why.
he could be leaving too.
Dude, the
He's been
Angels
stuck
would
on
be
the
like the
Angels though.
Athletics. They'd be that bad without those two.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then another player on the Angels I'll bring up is Rendon. Like, I don't know what's up with him. He seems like a diva now. Like, I don't know what happened since he signed that deal with the Angels. Like, he's the eighth highest player in the MLB, I'm pretty sure. And
Really.
what was he out for, like the whole season? Yeah, so.
The
And he's
Angels.
like dodging interviews from media, like trying to pretend like, he's not there. He's like he doesn't even want to play. It's kind of like, the Angels are just cursed, dude. I don't know. It's like it's
Yeah.
almost. I'm not gonna obviously compare Pujols to Rendon, but like at least in terms of like the contract and the performance, it's almost giving that kind of vibe off. Like, it's just
Yeah, it's
dumping money
just
on a guy that's not even playing. It's kind of brutal.
What
Yeah.
about hockey? Anything? Any
Oh,
interesting?
hockey season.
Some
Hockey
preseason, but
season
it's coming up.
starts. Yeah. I'm actually going to the season opener for the Kings
Oh, nice.
next week.
Who are they
Uh,
So,
playing?
based on what you guys have seen with preseason hockey, who do you guys see as like an early favorites to win the Stanley Cup? Or do you guys
I
have
mean,
not
I'm
have
I'm just gonna. I mean, not. I'm just gonna. I've just been watching the Kings, and they've been winning like
They've been
most
doing
of their
good. Yeah.
preseason games.
That's good.
They seem
What
pretty
about
locked in.
Connor Bedard? How's he performing?
Oh,
There's been some clips already.
yeah. There's
So,
already been clips, dude, and he's trying to cook, man. He's getting hot. We don't know. We've never seen him before, or we've never seen him before on this level. So we're just gonna have to just wait and see. But
Do you think he could be like a big game changer for Chicago?
I think yeah, dude. He's like the Shohei Ohtani of hockey, pretty much. That's what everyone's saying, at least. But
Just based off like skill or
yeah,
versatility or
just
both?
skill is everything. He's just naturally born with like being good at hockey. So yeah.
Do you think he could be better than like McDavid?
Oh,
that's a pretty high bar, I'd
that's
say.
a pretty high
But
bar. Yeah,
yeah.
Connor McDavid's probably the best player right now.
in terms of hype, though, I mean, Connor Bedard's pretty
Oh yeah,
pretty
'cause
hyped
he's
up.
a
So
little younger. Yeah, he's
we'll
like
see. I
what,
mean,
18,
I don't know, but he's
19, something like
he's
that,
a
dude.
he's a
Regardless,
youngster.
he's so young. He's got a long career ahead of him
Yeah.
for him to be all good. So
On the Blackhawks
Yeah,
too. They've been
I'm excited.
pretty
I'm gonna
bad,
follow the
but
season.
we'll see how
So
they do. Hmm.
Kings, though, I'm excited to watch the Kings. It's gonna be they their last two playoff appearances, they lost both in the first round. So
yeah, both were to the
Both
Oilers,
for
right?
the Oilers.
both to
Yep.
the Oilers too. Yep, they're just the Kings killers, I guess. But they have McDavid, so I feel like any team would fall against the Oilers in theory, or most
Yeah.
teams. But
Well, let's hope that some of the young guys will step it up. Like Byfield
yeah,
is one of
yeah,
them that I look at.
Byfield's the key this year. I think. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be key this year. And
Hopefully he takes a step forward.
yeah, and we also got Pierre-Luc Dubois
Yeah.
from
That's
the Winnipeg Jets. So
Yeah, we gave up a lot for him too. So
we pretty much gave away our whole roster for him.
I
So he better do
follow.
something. Yeah,
Who's that? Was he was one
I
of our leading scorers.
follow.
What's his name?
Um,
I'm blanking.
I know. It was I follow and
He's European.
uh, no, it wasn't. No, we
We have
got
Kaliev
Gavrikov.
still. Gavrikov, we still have him. Fiala, we still have him.
Yeah.
Dylan Moore, Deneau.
Who is it? Just
Velarde, that's it. Gabriel Velarde.
oh, Gabe
That was
Velarde.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was really good, dude.
Yeah.
He was scoring for us. He's a big goal scorer for us. So A lot
Yeah,
of
we're like
yeah, a
in the
lot of
middle. We're kind of like in the middle of a. I mean, Kopitar's got 2 years left. Like he signed a
starting to get
2 year
to the end of
contract.
the Kopitar Dowdy
Yeah,
era.
it's
Like
a
we
new
gotta.
era.
Hopefully,
Kopitar
we
is
can
like
win before they retire. That'd be cool. Trevor Lewis is still on
is
the team too.
who?
Trevor Lewis, you
Oh,
still
yeah,
got him
Trevor
too.
Lewis. I also want to see. I want to see more from Copley because he was
Yeah,
looking really
he
solid
definitely
last
has
year.
to step it up, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's gonna
he's
be a
just
main role guy.
gotta hopefully prove to us that he's a capable starter and replace Quick finally after all these years.
Yeah,
Been kind of struggling to find a
he haven't really had a good goalie.
replacement
Yeah,
for
like a
Quick.
yeah.
So
We're we're in the middle of some changes, but
got
we're
Cam
doing the
Talbot as backup too. Well, Cam
yeah.
Talbot. Yeah, that's funny. I got
But
the roster up right now. Well,
yeah, they played in Australia for I think 2 days,
yeah.
and they missed a little bit of training camp with all that flying and stuff, so they were a little behind. So
Yeah, well, they should
yeah,
probably be
but
jet lagged.
yeah,
Makes
I was
sense.
watching this freaking training camp video or TV show on them, so yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited to watch this season. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So I wanted to ask you guys actually.
Mhm.
Let's go back to the NFL here. Quarter of the way through the season, who do you guys think could possibly win MVP?
NFL MVP.
Josh Allen.
I think he's number one right now. It's him, Lamar, and I think Justin Herbert's kind of in contention too. Because I know they're at 2-2, but
I
he's
mean,
playing
Tua,
really
Tua
good
should be
ball.
up there too, still, right?
Tua up there as well.
Mahomes,
Yeah.
what about Mahomes?
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean-
Tua and Mahomes are both coming off pretty bad games, so right now
Really?
Yeah,
it's kind
true.
of hard to see. So, you know.
Fair. How about in
Aaron
like
Rodgers. Oh wait. Oh wait.
Aaron Rodgers, lol. Oh
I
man, I
mean,
kind of wanted to
people.
ask
I
you
see
about
people saying McCaffrey.
The
Yeah,
Kelsey
true.
brothers.
I was gonna
The
ask,
Kelsey
like,
McCaffrey is
brothers.
just
Another-
going off.
what non-QB?
Oh my god, my mic is muted. I was saying Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's been playing. I mean, it has been a non QB to win it since 2012. So I don't know. I mean,
He's been
realistically,
playing
it's
really
kind of hard
well.
for someone like that to win. You have to kind of get lucky and play only super dominantly, but have all other quarterbacks just play like not good enough to win it. So, and there are quarterbacks that are playing well enough to win it. So I don't think he will win, but it would be interesting to see him win. I definitely think he'll win Offensive Player of the Year for sure at this rate.
Well, I think it's possible if he gets MVP. If obviously if Niners go into the postseason and get at least to the Final Four, and
Guess so, but I
if
mean,
he's just maintaining, if he's healthy, I'm just more or less worried if he's gonna get injured. I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he wouldn't, but
I mean,
it's
hopefully
Saquon.
that Niners defense, that Niners offense is really good. It's not completely reliant. Like they can still do well with Adam, with like Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle, and Brock Purdy's been seen as a really good quarterback so far. But so without him, it's still pretty good. So that's why it's another thing. Like who knows if you can really determine it? Just be like if there's like a game or two with Adam, I think that might help his cause if we see how the team plays without him, or if we see some down games from him where the rest of the team just thrives without him. So.
What about Jalen Hurts?
I don't know. He's not playing that well. Like the Eagles' offense is all weird because they don't have Shane Steichen, so it's different now. It's still pretty good, but it's more rush heavy. You still got some really good like passing performance. Obviously, AJ Brown had like a really good performance on Sunday, but otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure. I still think Mahomes, even though he had a pretty bad game, same thing with Tua, I still think they can come back into that race. The Chiefs play the Vikings with a terrible defense, so I can see Mahomes just lining them up. And then Tua, they're playing the Giants. Also, I could see Tua lining it up too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good games coming up in Week 5. Like the one that I really want to see is the Cowboys at the Niners.
Oh, that's gonna
Cowboys
be
with that
nuts.
insane defense, and the
That's
Niners with the
potential for game
insane
of the year
defense.
right there.
That'll be fun to watch. Holy cow.
I'm excited for that game.
For sure. I mean, who knows if the Cowboys can beat the Niners for once, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that the Niners kind of they've kind of just find new ways to really beat the Cowboys. Every time the Cowboys play them, the Cowboys start playing really bad. That last play of the divisional round where it was Zeke was lined up at center and he snapped his last play as a Cowboy. He
Yeah,
snapped the
that's
ball
right.
at center and he just instantly just gets pancaked. It was kind of sad but funny.
But putting things on in the NFC North, how about the Lions? The
I can see
Lions
the
are
Lions going to the NFC
that's
Championship
very, very, very interesting.
3 and
because
1.
defensively
Your
they're
golf,
playing. Yeah, Goff is playing really well. Defensively,
I
they're
miss him.
playing really well.
Miss him on
Yeah.
the Rams. Low key.
Yeah, but I mean,
Goff's
I
not a
don't know.
bad quarterback.
No,
He
he's
needs
good.
respect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just-
would you say he's the one that's taking the team out of from a gutter hole that was like a laughing stock in the NFL, and now they're like winning games pretty much and having a successful season?
As good as Goff is, I don't think I can really credit as much to him as much as I would love to credit Dan Campbell. I think he's really just turned the culture around. And
It's
while he is
definitely
playing
Dan
well,
Campbell.
I don't think he's like up there with like the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, Justin Herberts, the Patrick Mahomes of the NFL. So, but he still is really good.
Yeah.
I think they just need to fix the run game a little bit more because I know Detroit likes to run the ball, and then of course air it out to Amon and the rest of the receiving corps. And
Yeah,
they have a pretty
Laporta.
good receiving corps. Yeah, and the
Laporta
tight
has
end
been-
position, they're doing great with Laporta.
Yeah, he's technically tied in one of this last draft only because some of the other ones haven't really played much yet. Like Lucas Musgraves, he's been pretty good. He got hurt though. Dalton Kincaid is just behind Dawson Knox, and then obviously I'm trying to remember who the Cowboys drafted, but he looks pretty promising too. So we'll have to see.
What about the college football world?
Isn't that over?
College
I thought it was over.
football,
Or that
that
just started too, no?
No, it's
Yeah.
not over.
It's a little interesting. There's some
Isn't it-
games
It's
that's
gonna be
yeah.
conference games, right?
I know right now it's kind of all over the place. You know, you have some really good teams. You have some teams that are sort of. I know Georgia's struggling right now. Yes, they're 5-0.
And
Yes, they're playing, and it's just it's sort of weird. You can't really tell who's going to be the top four coming into the postseason later on in a few months. You know, there's been a lot of upsets lately. And I love when a good game happens and there's upsets and ranked teams going down, fan bases running out into the field. But it's right now it's a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean Colorado almost beat USC. That would have been a crazy one. That would have been nuts.
I feel like USC is they're not great. They're a bit overrated right now. Like if you're Colorado and you played that great against USC and you gave up that many points to Colorado with that defense, there's an insane problem.
Yeah, true. I mean, offensively at least they're popping off, but I don't know if they'll make the college football playoffs. They almost lost to a team like Colorado. But
And they got pushed
really
back to the ninth. But
yeah,
they get an easy team with Arizona, who's 3-2 this Saturday.
yeah, and the one that you think Caleb Williams can win the Heisman again? I'm sure thinking so. He had like 6 touchdowns against Colorado, which was crazy.
He's been playing great, and then along with Penix up in Washington, that Washington team is very underrated.
Yeah, no one's really talking about them as much. Everyone was talking about Colorado and Coach Prime, while Washington's just up there doing their own thing. So yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good games. Like Georgia's maybe going to get a little test with Kentucky because Kentucky's 5-0 and they're 20th.
Yeah, their running back on Kentucky is like one of, if not the best running back in the nation right now. He's been a dog. You think he broke a school record or something like that? He broke some sort of record. It was insane.
And you have a great game with Oklahoma and Texas. This one's going to be interesting. I mean, I feel like Texas will pull it off, of course, just because they're at Texas and the fan base is insane. But it's a good game. That's going to be a good game. I still find it funny that LSU is ranked 23 and they have a 3-2 record.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
so many other better teams that are
They're
out there
playing
right
Missouri,
now,
right?
and they're playing in Missouri.
They're
Ever
ranked
since
And
Coach
21.
Missouri's
Hill left.
5 and
They're 5
0.
What? That's so weird. How could you be ranked 23 and you're 3-2? That's so bizarre.
But I feel like that's a little SEC bias. I know a lot of people don't like the
Yeah.
SEC just because of the SEC being the powerhouse and the top like conference in college football. And I
Yeah,
mean
they're
it's
not really
true.
looking as
SEC
good
is
anymore, though.
yeah. Yeah, like SEC is way better than a lot of the other conferences, but LSU at 23 is just insane to me. They should not be 23 whatsoever.
Yeah, I see the 24 ranked team is 5-0, Fresno State. That's so weird.
Trying to remember what conference Fresno State plays in. Or are they like more
Uh,
independent? Are they like FCS or something like that?
I don't
I
know.
believe I think is it Pac-12 or Big Ten? No,
I don't think it's Pac-12. I don't think so. The poor Pac-12. It's after this year, it's cooked. It's done.
no, yeah, it's
All the
everyone.
good
Everyone's gonna
teams are
hate it.
leaving. Like USC. Well, UCLA's not very good, but they're big market because they're in like LA, and they're moving to and that made USC and I think Washington, um, and Oregon to the Big Ten as well, right?
Yeah, see, Fresno State's the Mountain West.
Up there with like Boise State, Montana State, and stuff like that.
Yeah, a little bit of more smaller schools.
That makes sense then. They're 5-0.
Still produce some great NFL talent. You got Derek Carr, which I mean, not the best, but I think Derek Carr's had some good season, and obviously Devontae Adams.
True.
Adams is still playing elite. No matter what quarterback's in, he's still amazing.
Aiden
Great to see him
O'Connell or
still.
Jimmy Garoppolo or
Yeah.
like put me out there. I bet he'd probably put up like at least 100 yards.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys some trivia.
All right,
Yeah,
bet. Yeah,
Ooh,
go for it.
can't
it's
wait.
gonna be all sports. So, Chris, can you just like introduce the immaculate grid and like tell them how it works and stuff? Okay.
Okay, so we're
Uh,
doing an
okay.
immaculate grid now. So that's basically a little 3x3 square, and we have to guess the answers for each in between. At least on the three things on the top. There's three. So we have on the top row, we have the LA Clippers, got the Memphis Grizzlies, and the last column slash category 20 plus points per game season. And then on the left, we have the Spurs at the top, Suns in the middle, Timberwolves bottom. All right.
Are we just gonna try to like guess these like really? Are we to the best of our abilities? Like, if we have an answer, we just put it neatly, or are we gonna try to get like the rarest one?
Up to you.
Doing
Up
the
to you
rarest
guys.
ones can be hard, but I can already see like so many answers from like
I have like one answer already. I want to talk. So for Clippers and Suns, obviously, Chris Paul. That one's
yeah.
pretty easy.
No, that's the Spurs. Suns. Chris Paul for the
Kawhi
Clippers
Leonard for
Suns.
Spurs and
Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
that's easy. That's so
Kawhi
easy.
Leonard and
Yeah. So for the first one,
Um,
top left, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. Then underneath we have Chris Paul.
Do
Okay, so if you're looking
Timberwolves
at a
20
cube,
plus points? Huh? What?
what? Go
What
ahead.
were you
Go
gonna
ahead.
say? No, I was gonna guess an answer. But all right, I mean, I'll go for it then. The
Go ahead.
Timberwolves 20 plus. Do Kevin Garnett? No. 20 plus points per game. There you go. And then Timberwolves, Kevin Garnett.
oh, I got one for the
What's the
Suns.
rarity on that one? Yeah, 36. Dang.
Yeah, I got one for the
I'm trying to
Suns.
think of rare ones.
Let's see, I got a guess for the Clippers and Timberwolves. They do Patrick Beverly.
See
That's
how
a
rare
pretty good
that
one.
one is.
Probably not very rare. Yeah.
No. Let's see.
Charles Barkley for the Suns.
Suns 20
And
plus
20 plus
points.
point.
Yeah.
20 plus.
There you go.
You can also, I think
Charles
he just said D
Barkley.
Book, but I think Barkley
Marvin
might be a bit
Stephen
Yeah.
Marbury. Could be rare.
whatever.
25.
We
That's
got
not
that.
bad.
For top right, would you say Manu, Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Did
David
Tony Parker
Robinson.
ever average 20?
George Gervin.
George
George Gervin.
Gervin. George Gervin. Let's go with that one. What?
Ooh, nice. That's a 13er. Nice. That's a good one.
This
13%
last row has me
rarity.
stumped. Kinda.
No, we just skipped all the Memphis. All right.
Yeah.
Screw Memphis.
Sorry,
man.
Memphis.
Memphis and Spurs. Memphis and Spurs. I'm not gonna lie, I can't even think of like we're all stumped.
Because the roster I have stuck in my head is when the Zach Randolph days and Mark
I'm
Gasol
thinking
and
that's what I'm thinking too.
I guess you could say for the Spurs and Memphis is Kyle Anderson.
Oh, that's a good one. Kyle Anderson. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good one.
14.
Is this updated though? You could say Timberwolves Memphis D Rose. if it's up
Might
to
be
date.
updated. I would assume
Let's
so.
let's
'Cause
go
it's pretty
for it.
popular.
Should we
Let's go
try
for
it?
it.
I mean, I think we'll get dinged if it's wrong, but
D.
put
Red Crick.
no, just put Rose. Put Rose. Rose, Derrick Rose. No, really? Oh, come
That's
on.
Damn.
updated.
Oh,
That
we
should
got
count.
one.
That should count, dude. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
Rigged.
I think I have one for the Suns and for Memphis. And it's his favorite brother. The other Curry brother.
Seth
Oh, Seth Curry?
Seth Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, is he on the Suns?
Ah.
That's
Damn.
1%.
okay.
1%.
Damn, okay.
Wow.
I remember
Jonathan
that.
wins the player to
1%.
score.
He
game.
does.
Wow.
I got George Gervin.
That was a
Nice.
solid
That's
one.
not
You want
bad.
to do another one?
Do you want to do we can do baseball? If do baseball, I'm not gonna.
Let's try a baseball one.
Okay, we can try
Okay,
baseball.
so here the grid
What is this?
layout
What is
again.
this? Oh.
Grid layout again. We
Ooh,
gotta
this is
say it.
interesting.
Is this okay? Wait, so how
So
does
we
this
got
work? It's like if they're on that team,
yeah. If
or
they're on
they
that
were-
team, if they won MVP and they're on that team,
Or we're on that team at some point.
yeah.
Okay.
So we
I'll go
got
with the-
Cincinnati, we got Brewers and Twins on the top, and then Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays, and MVP category on the bottom. Okay.
I'll go with first with the easy one. The Yelich. Brewers and MVP.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Man, these are some small market teams. Not gonna lie,
54. Wow.
except the Blue Jays. Jose Barrios for Blue Jays and Twins. No, Twins.
Oh.
That's the Reds. My guy. Barrios. That's a pretty common one. Cincinnati MVP. Joey Votto?
So that was
Sorry, I'm kind of. I'll let y'all.
I don't think he did. Or actually, yeah, he might have.
2010, I think.
Yeah.
There's definitely a Blue Jays Brewers I can think of, but there's definitely somebody, I swear. I feel like there is. I don't know why. Twins MVP. Did Justin Morneau win an MVP? Is it Dustin Morneau? Justin Morneau. I don't know. Morneau. I forgot his
for who?
Sorry, but
Morneau, yeah. I think he
For the
did.
Twins?
did he win one? Try
Morneau,
typing
yeah,
in
he
Twins
did.
MVP MOR Morneau NE Justin Morneau.
Yeah, there it is. He won it, yeah.
Solid. Nice. That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of Cleveland Blue Jays. That was the only one that
That's
came to mind for
Cincinnati.
me was that's Cincinnati. Fuck, dude.
Cincinnati Blue Jays.
Encarnacion. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Encarnacion? No, I don't know.
I think
he's
right.
He's
No,
a
he was on
rookie.
the Reds.
Edwin
Yeah.
Encarnacion?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Okay.
I think Jason Barlett for the Rays and Twins.
Race Twins.
That's back like old back then.
Jason
Barlett.
Barlett.
I think you passed it. I'm more on the bottom. There you go.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, I can think of an obvious one for that one actually. Now it just came to my mind. Willie Adames for Brewers Rays. Willie Adames. That's probably a common one though. Oh well.
It's kind of hard, man.
I know.
I'm just gonna hit give up.
No, don't do it. I mean, it's up to you.
Oh, go Ryan Hannigan for the Rays and Reds.
Oh, I already hit give up. Fuck.
Right as you hit give up, bro.
Shit, right
Come
as you
on.
think of one.
Rays and Tampa, I'm telling you.
I can't hit it. I already ended it. Oops.
That's tragic.
That's tragic.
Or you can't. Damn.
I can't add it, yeah. Doesn't let me.
Does it let you check the rarities, like the rarest answers? Show summary. Oh, clear. No, go back. Show summary. Just keep going. Keep going. Oh, wait. Let me see the Tommy Pham. Reds and Rays, really? Paul Molitor. Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh yeah, college.
Oh, Joe Mauer went in
That's
there for
right.
me too. Oh, man.
Cool.
I don't know if Tommy Pham played for the Reds or the Rays, really? That's interesting.
Let's say we try the football.
There we go.
Oh, you want to try the football one? Okay.
I'll try the football one. Let's do it.
Rounds on. Yeah.
Am I either gonna be really good or really bad at this?
Oh, you got this.
Ooh.
Colts, Bills, Zach Moss.
He saw that and said, "Yep."
Bro, of course, Bills are in here.
Colts, Super Bowl
Perfect.
champ. We can go easy and go Peyton Manning. Y'all want?
Hall of Fame Super Bowl champ. Wow, that's probably easy.
Yeah, Hall of Fame Super Bowl champ. You can put like Tom Brady, or you can put Doug Williams. No, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Actually, I'm trying to remember.
There's two of them. Oh my god.
It's whoever played for Washington.
Oh jeez.
Brad, no, you.
No, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Damn.
I mean,
You just
okay, just
lost
go
him,
with
bud.
Brady or something like that.
Rip. Oh, he's not. Oh, and
I
not
was gonna say
officially.
Brady's not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my
Not
god.
yet. No, not
Not
yet.
yet. Well, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Recover with Kevin Johnson with Hall of Fame and
Hall of Fame Lions, Megatron,
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. Yep. Megatron.
Bills Hall of Fame put trying to think just do Thurman Thomas. I think he's in there. There we go.
No picture for him. That's
Chiefs
interesting.
Bills, Sammy Watkins.
Oh, that's right.
Colts, Lions.
Brett Favre in the Hall of Fame.
Man, we
Brett
have one
Favre
guess.
is
dude.
in the Hall of Fame.
We only have one guess. Wow.
We can do Chiefs Super Bowl champ. If you want to be easy, we can do Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes. That's our last guess. Rip.
I
Yeah.
feel like we definitely could have gotten it. Jim Kelly Hall of Bill. That's another good one too. But I like putting Thurman Thomas. I think that was rare.
Matt Cassell.
Matt Castle.
Castle.
I didn't know he was on the Chiefs. Damn.
Hockey, yeah.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be a
Oh.
trip.
Legendary.
Oh dear.
This is
Hold on. Did Marlowe play for the Leafs? Patrick Marlowe?
I
I'm
think
thinking Sharks Leafs.
Sharks,
Did he play for the
Leafs.
Leafs? I don't
Should I
want to
guess?
get. Oh my god! Thank you. Oh my god. Phew. Thank God he played for the Leafs. I thought he did. Okay. This is kind of
Blackhawks,
hard.
Leafs.
Blackhawks and Leafs. Trying to. Oh my god, this is difficult.
This
low-key.
is not going to be doable.
I'm not good at really remembering players like
Hockey-wise, no.
teams. Like I don't know. Oh, Kings in there, nice. Kings, Hurricanes, Justin Williams.
Yep.
Kings Lightning. Kings Lightning. Just literally going for the Kings already. God dang it. Oh, Ducks Leafs, Corey Perry. No? I swear he played for the Leafs. No way. Oh my god, dude. I'm done, dude. That's ridiculous.
All right. That's enough of the grids.
That
That went well.
That went really well.
very well, sure.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to Fumble the Bag, the podcast where all we talk about is sports. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for having
Thanks for
us.
listening.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.